Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with my friend Maria today.
Hello.
She's amazing. I've known her for quite some time and yeah, quite a few years, right?
Yeah, I remember the first time I met you. I don't know if you remember, it was a baby shower, but
A baby shower.
Fiona's baby shower.
Oh my gosh,
I ever met you.
Yeah.
It was like forever ago. But then we like reunited.
Yeah, we reunited through her sister, a whole thing, and now she's one of my best friends. But with that being said, she knows I obviously have a paranormal YouTube channel, and your family has a lot of experiences.
Quite a lot happening in this family. So yeah, my mom has a lot of experiences. I have a lot of experiences as well.
Yeah.
My sister, my brother, and my dad don't really talk much about it, but yeah. Specifically one house we lived in, it was well, it wasn't a house, it was an apartment actually. It was a little townhome apartment like thing. Do you want me to get into the story?
Yeah.
Okay. So one time, okay, first of all, during this time, you know, young and dumb or whatever,
full of
life, I decided, you know, I thought it'd be fun to play the Ouija board because why not? You know,
Me too.
It's fun.
It's so much fun.
So much fun
In a silly, goofy mood.
until shit starts happening.
Yeah. No, that was me too. Don't worry. No judgment. No judgment.
Oh my god. Yeah. No. Whenever I tell people that I played the Ouija board, they're like,
no, yeah. The other day on my old YouTube video regarding like the Ouija board, I don't know if you guys remember that, but I had a Ouija board story time. I got a notification and someone was like, well, that's what you deserve for being stupid, blah, blah.
Rude.
And when I clicked on the comment, they had deleted it, but I still got the notification.
oh my god, that's rude.
I know, come on, like you
We don't
guys
like
have
that.
never done anything.
Like, you've never made a mistake in your life, come on.
I know, but anyways, yeah, what happened?
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so once we played like the Ouija board, like just weird things started happening in that apartment. Like, well, to begin with, even before then, I've already been experiencing things. But one time it was midnight.
Oh my gosh.
It was midnight, and my sister and I were up and we were watching a movie. We were watching Sweeney Todd. You know?
Oh, I love Sweeney Todd.
We're watching Sweeney Todd, and we remember we're watching the movie, right? And we've seen this movie like so many times. Like we know the whole movie and everything. And we started hearing a weird noise, and we were like, "Is this like?" Have we never heard, like, what is going on? Like, why is this noise in the movie? And so then we were like, and it was, the noise was, let me tell you, it sounded like someone had a glass cup or something and they were dinging it with like a spoon or something.
Ew.
Like it was like a ding, ding, ding. And so we were like, what the heck? Like, is that in the movie? And so we literally put the volume down on the movie. We muted it. And then we're like just listening. And like we hear nothing's happening, and we're like, oh, so it's in the movie then.
Yeah.
We played it again, and like we're just continuing watching it, whatever, and we hear it again. So at this point, we're like, okay, what the hell? Like, this is weird. We're like, is someone outside of the house? Because like we were in the living room watching this, and we're like, is someone outside the house? And we're just like being weird. So we pause the movie, we get up, we're walking around the house, we're like trying to like listen, like what's going on? Hello? And so we finally, we're like, you know what, we're just being paranoid, like whatever. So then we sit back down, so we're on a couch like this actually. So imagine, you know, I'm my sister, Swan is me, and so the TV's here, right? And so we literally were like, you know what, whatever, we're paranoid, let's continue. Continue playing the movie, and we're just sitting there like, I'm spooked, but whatever. And it's so eerie. But, so literally, like, we hear right in between us, the ding. Like,
Stop.
I'm not kidding. Like, it was like right here.
Ew.
I know. It was like right here, and we literally got up off our seats, we looked at each other, and we were like, what the fuck, like, oh my god. And then when we got up and like looked at each other like, okay, we're done, good night.
That was like confirmation.
Yeah, we were just like, yeah, we both heard that. And then we see like a white
I heard the ding.
it's the ding, it's haunting us.
Oh my god. It's just our phones. Our phones are in a silly, goofy mood.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was, sorry about
That was perfect timing.
That's what the noise was. No, just kidding. But yeah, so we got up and we're like, okay, good night, we're gonna go to sleep. Let me mute this. And let me just mute it. And so yeah, we saw an orb like pass in between us, like literally like we were standing up, passed in between us, like right here, like I saw it float down in between us, and we just like watched it go into the wall behind us.
No!
So that happened, and we were like, well, it is time to go to sleep now.
You know what? That's
Isn't that
terrifying.
Just, ugh, like the noise in between here, like that's messed
It's like
up.
mockery.
It's
oh my
mockery,
god,
yes.
that reminds me of something. Okay, so have you ever been to San Diego?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so have you been to Old Town San Diego?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so if you guys are like familiar with Old Town San Diego, I might get some details wrong. I'm not from California, but there was a very like prominent family called the Whaley family down there. And they owned like a lot of land in Old Town San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And they owned like a huge like house there. And there was like a string of like bad lucks happening in the family. And there was, inside their house was like the courthouse as well.
Oh.
So
Oh god.
the tree,
Where are you going with this?
the tree right in front of their house
Uh-huh.
was the gallows. They would hang people there.
Oh.
So I went there with my family.
Uh-huh.
And when you walk around Old Town, like, yeah, it's a little gentrified and it's like a touristy area,
Yeah.
but it's still like really cool to go around. We stayed in Old Town, and it kind of looks like you're like stepping into another world from the past.
Oh.
And
So it's very old town
Mhm.
looking.
it still kind of looks like as if you saw people in
Yeah,
character.
I don't know why I'm
clothing.
getting a cramp. Hold on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Bananas. Where'd you keep that banana? No worries.
Hold on. I'm like, what is
Oh my, I know it's
like
like
the-
we're tensing up.
We're
all-
tense.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
Sorry about that. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Okay, continue my leg.
But you're allowed to take tours at the Whaley House. It
Okay.
is still there.
Oh.
But there's a lot of like talk about, you know, seeing spirits, and the graveyard is there too.
Mhm.
And the graves are like from like the 1800s, and yeah, it's very eerie. And they built a street and all these like shops and like more buildings and houses on top of this like graveyard. So when you're walking on the sidewalk, you look down, you could still see like pointers of graves. Like,
Oh.
yeah, so you're like literally
You're just like
on the grave.
stepping on graves.
Yeah, and so it's like the Whaley House, the main street, and you go
Uh-huh.
up the street and it kind of goes up a hill.
Okay.
And on the left side is like a small cemetery, but it's like the old cemetery that's still there, that's like untouched.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad and I went into this cemetery, and my sister and my mom, even though my mom says, I don't believe in anything that's spiritual, she refuses to like,
Really?
she says that, but it's because she's scared.
Oh, is it more of like, you know, you don't, if
Yeah.
you don't acknowledge it, it's just,
Yes.
it's not there.
Yes.
Gotcha,
And
okay.
she's like, I don't need to go in this cemetery. I don't want to. She was being very like defiant.
Yeah.
And I go in that cemetery, and I'm like looking around, and I hear like,
No. No.
no, I know. There's no one around,
Uh-huh.
okay? Like it was the middle of the day during the week.
Mhm.
No one is in this cemetery. It's like the room we're in, it's like about 3 times the size. So
Okay.
it's a small cemetery.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
So-
that's small.
Yes. So out of nowhere, I'm looking at a grave, and I hear right next to my ear a clap, like a,
Oh,
and I heard it so, my dad heard it. And I ran out of the cemetery, like
I'd be
screaming,
mad.
and we heard a man laughing, like, like mocking. Yeah. And I was like, you a-hole, like,
Oh
no,
my
yeah. And I feel like he
gosh.
was being like mocking us because my mom was like, there's nothing there, I don't want to get, and my mom was like, see, that's why I don't go. Like,
Oh.
but that reminded me of that, like right in between the ear.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's like petty.
That's annoying. You know, okay, so I feel like I'd be so mad in that
I know,
situation.
and of
like,
course it
how
was-
dare you?
Of course it was a man, you know.
I'm just
I'm kidding. But no. Yeah.
But I'd be so mad. And it actually reminds me of this one time. I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but it reminds me of this one time. Different apartment. We're actually in a house now, and that house had really weird vibes. It was very, it was just not good vibes in there.
Where was it?
It was on, where was it? It's like Sloan and Charleston.
Oh, okay. They have older houses there too. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, those streets. And so already things were happening in that home, but like, you know, stuff has been happening to us since we were like, I don't know, like 7 years old.
Yeah.
I'm already 17 at this point.
Yeah, and like
16, 17 years old.
We're Mexican, so like it's drawn to us too. Like
Why? Yeah. I don't know.
And they're scarier too. Like
For real.
Mexican ghost stories.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I was already used to things happening in that house, and so one time, like, mind you, I'm in high school, super studious, like straight A's, like I'm just always studying, so I'm tired. I'm so tired all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister and I, during that time, we slept in the loft. Like, our bed was in the loft, like that was our room.
Okay.
And so in this loft area, there was like, how do I explain it? So there was like this wall where we had like this, it wasn't a drawer, it was like a bookshelf. It was a bookshelf. Yeah, so it was like next to, so like the walls, like let's say it's like this high, the bookshelf is against it here.
Okay.
And so the bookshelf kind of ends here, and we had a tiny little fan on there. And so mind you, so bookshelf, walls like here, right?
Okay.
And then we're sleeping, and we're just, well, we're trying to fall asleep. And then we just hear a loud like bang, and then you just hear like something swinging like against the wall. So, I don't know how it happened, but the fan that was here and the walls here, somehow the fan just happened to jump over the wall. And all you hear
What?
is this, yes!
What?
Yes!
It reminds me of like the Pixar like little light.
Yeah, like things, objects have life or something. So, yeah, that happened. And I was, so speaking of mad, I was so mad because I'm tired. I'm over this. I just get up, I pull the freaking fan up because it's like hanging by the cord and it's like swinging. I was pissed. I was mad.
Anything a ghost might have touched, I'm like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch
I was big mad. I was like, I want to sleep.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just got up, pulled it up, unplugged it, put it down, and I was like,
no way.
back to bed. I was mad.
How old was that house? Do you know?
I have no idea. It does look like the newer homes though, because it had a really tiny backyard. It's a patio. It's not even a patio.
It's like you could like put your arm out and you're already in your neighbor's backyard.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
So it was probably like 2008ish maybe.
God.
But yeah, I was so mad that time that I just did not care. There was no fear. It was just full on annoyed and mad. And
The ghosts were probably like,
oh, you're not scared.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me, like, the other day I was talking to Uriel on the phone. And if you guys don't know, that's my partner. He's stationed. That's my boo. That's my partner. He's currently stationed in Turkey. So when I'm going to bed, he's waking up, and vice versa. He was FaceTiming me, and I was going to bed. It was the morning over there, and I felt like I was being watched.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
And he's very scientific. Like, you've met him. Like, he's very, I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in you. That's what he always tells me.
Oh.
But I believe you, you know?
What a sweetheart.
I know. So you're calling me crazy, but like,
I believe you see what you see.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But I was telling him, I was like, honey, like I was in bed, already tucked in, and I told him like I felt very apprehensive. I felt uneasy. I felt. Oh, it's my mom.
Oh gosh, it's happening.
Right? I felt like I was being watched. I'm on FaceTime with him, like, babe, like I literally don't feel good. Like,
yeah.
And you know how it's like my bed and my armoire, is that what it's called? Like the dresser with the mirror?
Yeah.
It's not directly in front of my bed. Like, it's not. It's more to the side.
I don't do mirrors in front of my
No,
bed.
yeah.
I don't.
But my backpack was on top of that.
Okay.
So it wasn't like leaning on something. It wasn't. It was like on top of that. And tell me why, as I'm telling Uriel that like I feel weird, like yeah, that I'm scared. I'm a little spooks. It falls literally like off the armoire, and Uriel heard it, and he was like,
yeah. What did he say?
Well, I told you right when my bunny was dying, I was in. Backtrack, before my partner went to Turkey, he was stationed in Minot, North Dakota.
Right.
And I was like with him for a few weeks, like like
I
just
remember that.
chilling.
Mhm.
Like I was up there just being a housewife or whatever, and
She was just enjoying her time out there.
yeah, I was, but I couldn't sleep my last night there, and I was tossing and turning. And I already like told this story, but to refresh anyone, I couldn't sleep and I felt uneasy. And as I was packing, I was on the floor and Uriel was on the bed, and I'm like, you know, folding clothes. I don't know why, but we're always on the floor when you're like folding clothes, getting ready for a trip.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
Uriel was like, honey, like I just think you're really sad right now because you're like leaving. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And like a sock like flipped like next to us. And then I saw
That's
it.
not natural.
Yeah.
Like what?
It was like, yeah. And I saw that like from my peripheral, but it was kind of like still in like my direct vision.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like, Uriel, did you see that? And I didn't want to because he's very like scientific, but then he was like, did you just see that?
You're like, explain that, science boy.
No, yeah, but like in Minot, it's like a very old town. And okay, I'm not trying to scare you, but I like saw a shadow on the wall right now, and I was like,
It's a car that drove by.
I know.
That's what I always tell myself.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, anyways, so the apartment complex that he lived in, I walked into it and I was like, people have died here. And he told me, yeah, they have. And I just felt it. And I was like, why do I feel like a lot of like old people? It was like a retirement, it's a retirement home.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's a retirement.
She's so in tune.
I am.
She really is.
I am. And
I just see and experience the spooky stuff. I can't tell you what's happening with the spooky stuff. Wow.
No, yeah, that happened. And walking around it, anyone could like rent out an apartment, but it's more catered to the elderly.
Oh.
So yeah, like our neighbors were a bunch of like elderly people, and yeah, there was a sprinkle of like airmen here and there, but yeah, like
they just wanted socks.
Yeah, they wanted.
They're like, it's a little chilly here. Let me put some socks.
It was. It gets like negative 40 there.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was really.
That's not for me.
No, yeah, like it's common knowledge. Anyone that's like in the Air Force, when they find out what base they're going to, it's like everyone, even like Army people know, like the Marines, everyone knows Minot Air Force Base is like.
Oh.
And a lot of people like unalive themselves there, and like it's just really sad. That's yeah, it's really sad. But yeah.
Damn. Speaking of objects, I have a story.
Oh my god.
So this actually happened when I was probably 11.
11.
Yes, I was probably 11. I had a best friend at the time. You know, you just accumulate best friends and then come and go, life change. Anyways,
yeah.
My best friend at the time, I was over at her house, and my sister Perla was actually with us. Perla. She was with us, and so it was known that her grandma's house was haunted. Like, there was something in there.
Ew, why am I getting chills? I just got chills.
But there was something in there, and like, you know, she would tell us things of like, oh, there was like baby handprints on the mirror today, or like little kid footsteps on like the dryer today. Like, yeah, just like weird things like that. So one time we were in her like downstairs restroom, and we were just, you know, being little gals, just like, oh, painting my nails, life is great. So
welcome to my spa.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Yeah, like you just make it your spa.
Mom, can you cut up some cucumbers?
But I remember we were in there, and I don't know why I say things, but I was like, what if like that nail polish on top of like the toilet, like, I don't know what it's called, but like, you know when you open the thing up and there's like water in there. Anyways, I was like, what if the nail polish just like fell over?
It did.
That thing flung across the bathroom, and I was like,
stop. Was it opened?
No, thankfully not. Oh man, that would suck. But yeah, like, why do I have to say these things? Because I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. But yeah, at that, I believed there was something in her house, but I'd never seen anything happen in her house.
Okay.
So I was just like really curious to know, like,
yeah,
what could happen? Well, nail polish flung across the bathroom, and we just looked at each other and were like, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, no. That's terrifying.
Yeah, isn't it strange how, like, how?
No, yeah.
Like how? I don't know.
I believe in like energies, and I believe like spirits can even pass through homes. Like it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Okay. So we live in Vegas, and if y'all don't know, well, I hope you guys know and don't deny this fact, but the United States of America, current day, is on occupied indigenous land.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that being said, like this is a very ancient continent of ancient peoples. Yeah, these stories are...
What are we gonna get into now?
Yeah. My cousin, he is a police officer here in Vegas, and him and I bumped into each other literally the other day, middle of the week. I already said this on my channel, like I manifested him, I swear. My dad and I went to this pub middle of the week, and I originally wanted Thai food. I was like, I really want Thai food, but something is telling me not to go get Thai food.
Oh.
And I was thinking of this pub, and my dad instantly said, hey, let's go get to the pub. I did not deny it, just followed my intuition. My dad and I sit down, and we had mentioned that police officer cousin of mine, and then literally within 10 seconds he walked in.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so funny and just
Major manifester here.
right. And we hadn't seen my cousin in like a while, but now that
Was
like
it ox?
no, it was not
Oh,
awkward.
okay.
No, I truly believe no situation is awkward. Situations are only awkward if you make them awkward. I truly believe in that.
Very true.
But anyways, I'm gonna call him like officer. I'm just gonna call him.
I'm like,
I'm just gonna call him officer.
Okay.
But ever since I was little, in this house as well, mind you, my cousin officer does not live here. Like he lived with his mom, and like obviously he has different parents than me.
yeah.
But in this house, especially when I was little, I would hear him calling out my name in the house, but it wasn't him. Like he wouldn't be here. Like he'd
was
be
it like his voice?
yes, yeah. So it's common knowledge. Like one of our aunts had a haunted house as well, like in North Las Vegas.
Okay.
Like demonic.
Oh,
Okay,
those are the worst.
they are. And I remember I had also told my cousin officer about this La Promissima, I think that's how you pronounce it. It was this old mission, like in California.
Okay.
And my sister and I saw a ghost dog. I'll get into that later.
Ghost?
Yes. I actually saw my dog the other day. My dog passed away. I know I'm jumping around a lot. Yeah, Cindy, the one we were just telling you about. I was in my yoga area, and I saw her right where the feeding area is. I legit saw her just looking up like that, but she wasn't looking at me. And I was like, and instantly I like looked, and like she like disappeared. I know. I'm sorry. But I told my dad instantly. I was like, Dad, I just saw like Cindy Boo. I'm trying not to get teary.
Sorry.
Yeah, I saw her, and I was like, oh my god, like
That is cute.
I know, it's
I
beautiful.
didn't know that was a thing. I've never seen a ghost dog.
Cornelius, I've seen him like twice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's beautiful.
it is.
Beautiful. Those are your babies.
But you know, like my cousin officer, you know, that story stuck with him about the ghost dog ever since, you know, because my sister and I both experienced it, and my parents vouched for us because they remember.
So you told him like you saw a ghost
Yeah.
dog here.
Well, in California, but
right,
that's
okay.
a story he loves telling people. Is like, oh, my cousin went through this and blah blah blah.
Oh.
So of course we got on the subject of like paranormal. And my ex-boyfriend, what should I call him? Tyler. Let's just call him Tyler.
Okay.
He was also like in the Air Force, and Nellis here is like very haunted. The Air Force Base, very haunted, very haunted. But one day Tyler was like, "Hey, I want to go on a hike." And I was like, "Okay, where do you want to go on a hike?"
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Last minute decision. It was right around the time the Travis Scott burger came out, and just to give you guys
forgot about that.
Yeah. So Tyler and I met at the Wetlands Park.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
It is.
It can
be. Yes.
It can be.
Yes.
Actually, I take that back.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
So I've always felt very eerie at the Wetlands Park. I've always felt like I was being watched and stalked.
I always feel like I could get murdered there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I remember him and I kind of went like, there's fairly a lot of sunlight still left.
Okay.
And
Oh gosh.
it started getting like dusk.
Okay.
And when I tell you, I was terrified. I don't know what it is about the wetlands, but it terrifies me. And I just kept imagining, like, you know those Native American like creatures, like SWs, like I
have a story about that. But
oh my
continue.
god. Yeah, but I felt like one was there. I don't know why. And then it started to get dark, and like we were trying to find our way out of the wetlands. And I remember like I was so scared. I was like, "Can you hold me on your back?" And he had to hold me on his back because I was scared. I didn't even want to walk. Like,
So did you?
I just felt like
feel like a presence.
Yes.
Like something was
So-
just like maybe following you guys.
yes. So I told my cousin
No.
officer
Yeah.
about it, and he told me, "Don't go to the wetlands.
What?
Don't go to the wetlands. Like, paranormally and physically, it's dangerous. Like a lot of like criminal activity. Like there's always like about 2 or 3 cops in the area. Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get murdered there.
No, yeah, it's
Or I
very
could.
dangerous. Yeah, it's very dangerous. And he told me that the other day, so a few weeks ago, I think, I'm not sure the timing of it, but they had gotten a call like, oh, they think they found human bones there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So they had sent like a picture to, I guess like I don't want to say bone expert. I'm a little ignorant about like who all works at like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know forensic scientists.
Yeah.
Or study people of that.
But they sent the picture to her, and she was able to determine like those are human bones. So they took it, you know, doing what they thought was the right thing, and they ended up like kind of getting in trouble because it was actually like hundreds of year old bones of like an indigenous person. Yeah.
Oh. I'm shocked.
Yeah. And it was like a burial like area for them apparently. Yeah.
Huh.
Like it was. I was like.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, real quick. Speaking of bones, I mean, hopefully I don't get in trouble for this, but I was little. I don't know.
Stop. Every story that says I was little, starts with I was little.
So one time, my family and I, we went to Lake Mead. I don't know if you've ever been to Nelson's Landing, where like basically go cliff jumping.
Oh my god, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I was probably like 9 or 10. Anyways, while I was there with my family, my sister and I found what looked like to be a human jaw.
No.
Like this, like it even had teeth on it. And we were like, this is weird. Maybe
In the water?
I think, yeah, it was like in the water. Like, obviously we didn't swim down and grab it, but it was like, kind of like on the shore at that point. And we grabbed it and we were looking at it.
Ew!
So yeah, and then, I don't, so
No,
anyways.
no judgment, like, you know?
I mean, I was a kid, I don't know. I don't even remember if we showed it to our parents or not. I don't think we did.
Oh, gee whiz. I would have been like, I'm mad!
Yeah, no, but we were like, maybe, what do we do with this? Like, do we show it to mom and dad? Like, I don't even remember what we ended up doing with my parents or whatever, but we actually ended up throwing it away in the dumpster that's at the lake. So yeah, we threw what could have been a murder victim's mandible in a dumpster at the lake. So
Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I got everything else because I'm
Yeah.
like, it's oh my god, guys. Oh. Okay, so my camera stopped recording unexpectedly. So I got up, my phone was on the couch, and
and then it was on the floor.
it just went like fell off.
You know how we were just talking about objects? Something like that.
Oh my god, that was crazy. But so you threw away the jawbone
Yeah.
of what was seemingly a person
What? Yeah.
unintentionally.
Unintentionally, like I'm a kid. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm thinking to myself, you're a kid. You're just thinking wild thoughts. It's probably like an animal jaw. Like throw it in the dumpster.
At the wetlands, Tyler
Yeah.
found a a jawbone, like half of one of like an animal. I still have it upstairs.
Oh,
but
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, it's my. But if you guys don't know, Las Vegas like is very infamous when it comes to like the mob. Everyone always thinks about the mob, and it can be a dangerous town in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I hate to say it, but sex trafficking, like
it's very huge here. Yeah. Disgusting. Oh, people that do that are completely vile.
You're grimy.
You're grimy, and I don't think that you deserve anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And anyway, sorry, just had to put that out there, you know? But Lake Mead is known as like dumping grounds.
Oh, for sure. I believe that. Yeah.
It's the dumping grounds where people dump bodies in all the time.
Yeah.
So even up until this day, and that's why I've always been like terrified to like go swimming there, because my worst fear is like a watery grave. My worst fear is seeing, like, have you ever seen like bodies decomposing in water? It's disgusting. It's complete, like they get, it's disgusting.
I don't want to see that.
No, yeah, I could not, no, that's my worst fear. But yeah, I went cliff jumping with my friends a long time ago, just once there. And I never liked the way it felt. I've always hated Lake Mead. But like 2 days after we were there, like they found a body. And I'm like, so you're telling me
You're like,
I was marinating in corpse juice? Like, you're telling me?
I'm doing little somersaults and just floating them about.
I have a ghost story.
Oh gosh.
It's a potential ghost story.
Okay. So is this like kind of been going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
My friend, I'm gonna call him D.
Okay.
So him and I knew each other when we were like younger kids, and him and I feel kind of bad. Like we kind of went our separate ways in high school.
Okay.
And then we ended up like talking again, and now him and I were like, hey, like we're both into Demon Slayer and like anime and whatnot. So he said like, hey, like let's go to Sunrise, catch up, and we did. We went to Sunrise, we caught up, and we got, of course, it's always ghost stories that I end up like talking about, because everyone's like, you're a paranormal YouTuber? Like,
yeah, for sure, yeah.
So I told him, hey, like let's go to the cemetery, and I was telling him like the things I experienced there.
You're so spooky. I'd be like, how about no? Let's not do that.
It's like my abuela's buried there, one of my friends.
Okay, I see.
So it's just like very peaceful to me. And even though I've seen things there, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
So we went to the cemetery, and there was like a funeral happening.
Okay.
And I ended up I needed to go pee.
Okay.
So we go inside, you know, where they have like the coffins and like funerals, and I walked in there like, I need to use the bathroom. So he waited outside for me, and I'm alone, completely alone in this bathroom. And I was like, I have a feeling I'm not alone. I just felt it.
Yeah.
I felt like a female presence. I'm not even joking. A female presence. And I kid you not, I was peeing, and then the water starts going on by itself. Yeah. And you
like the water from the faucet, the water from the toilet?
Faucet.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like,
I'm just like, mechanical malfunction.
I was like, and I had just thought that like, I'm not alone. What if like the water goes off? Like I was literally like, what if? And then it literally happened. So I wasn't scared though. Like I was like,
you kind of already knew the energy that was in there.
Yeah, I didn't feel malicious.
Yeah.
So
and you can tell when it's malicious. Yeah.
Oh my god.